Second game we're going to hit on, though, a bet that I was on earlier in the week. A little bit concerned, and it kind of took me off of it. Colts at Titans. This line down from Indianapolis -2 to -1, with Jonathan Taylor out for the next 2 to 3 weeks, I believe, with a thumb injury. How are you betting this game?
Yeah, so I did mention that I liked the under. I think it was 43.5 at that point, maybe 43. It is down to 42.5. I still think I like the under here. Don't play a ton of totals, but this one just kind of stands out to me a little bit. We talked about a lot of the reasons already. Jonathan Taylor, like you said, looks like, so he's definitely going to play, or definitely going to sit now. And, you know, I know running backs don't make a huge difference in most cases, but I think in a game like this where there's not, I think, going to be a ton of offense, a guy who can actually rip off a 75-yard touchdown, whatever, take a screen 40 yards to the house, I think you're taking a lot of potential big plays out of the equation, comparing him to Zach Moss, who is a fine player, but his breakaway speed is basically non-existent. So that factor is kind of gone. And like you said, Tennessee, one of the slowest teams. They're 31st in pace. We know what Tennessee is going to try to do. They're going to try to minimize mistakes. They keep doing it every week. I mean, some of these games, like Will Levis is having like sub-20 dropbacks. I mean, they're just not really giving him a chance to completely sink things. And right here, against a team that's 30th in rushing success rate on defense, I think they'll have plenty of opportunities to pound the rock with Derrick Henry and keep the clock moving. Both teams are definitely leaning more into the run, especially the Colts as they get farther and farther from those shootouts they had in, you know, the Cleveland game, those other games. Like, Gardner Minshew's been pretty bad lately. I mean, I think it's just being masked by good coaching and the defense doing enough.
Playing in a dome doesn't hurt either.
Yeah, but he's been pretty bad. I mean, multiple near picks last week. He hasn't thrown a touchdown pass in 3 weeks. 3 games, I should say. And he has multiple interceptions even over that time frame. Before that game, 3 yards per play against the Carolina Panthers. I mean, dude, this offense is really sputtering. Like, they scored 10 points in a win against New England. They really should have lost that game. I think they're just like kind of winning in kind of fluky fashion. None of it is because of Gardner Minshew. Maybe that works again here, but I think if it works again, it's going to be another low-scoring game. So, not expecting a ton of points in this game. And this is yet another game. I think basically every outdoor game this week could see some rain, and this one is one of them.
Yeah, and to your point about Tennessee not wanting Levis to drop back, one of the more glaring things that I was digging into, Colts rushing defense has been vulnerable, like you hit on, without Grover Stewart in the lineup, dead last in the NFL, I think, since week 8 in rushing success rate allowed. But the Colts are getting after the passer, ranked top 10 in both pass rush win rate and PFF pass rushing grade this season. So, and this Titans offensive line is nothing to write home about, and one of the league's worst, honestly, when it comes to pass blocking. So you would think they're going to be able to generate pressure, which does play towards your under unless there are some havoc plays and turnovers. But if the Titans are able to pound the rock with Henry and shorten the clock, it definitely plays to the under. So I'm with you there if I were to bet any sort of market for Colts Titans.